Ever wondered how to conduct a pen testing? Well, you're in for a treat today. Pen testing or penetration testing is a critical part of the cybersecurity landscape. It's a simulated cyber attack on a computer system conducted to evaluate the security of the system. Neglecting it can leave your system vulnerable to real attacks, risking your valuable data and privacy. In this increasingly digital world, where cyber threats are evolving every day, pen testing is no longer an option, but a necessity. It's like a health checkup for your system, identifying potential vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. This video will be your roadmap to pen testing. We will guide you through the systematic process, from understanding pre-engagement interactions to post-exploitation reporting. We'll explore the crucial tools employed at each stage, giving you a comprehensive understanding of the process. So, brace yourself as we dive deep into the fascinating world of pen testing. First things first, pen testing doesn't happen without pre-engagement interactions. Now, you might be wondering, what does this really mean? Well, pre-engagement interactions are the initial conversations between the pen tester and the client. They establish the foundation for the entire pen testing process. Think of it as the blueprint of a building. Without a well-defined blueprint, the construction will likely be chaotic and inefficient. Similarly, without clear pre-engagement interactions, the pen testing process can become disorganized and less effective. During this stage, we define the scope of the pen test. This includes identifying which systems will be tested and to what extent. We also establish the rules of engagement, laying out what is permissible and what is off-limits during the test. Lastly, we set up communication channels, ensuring all parties can connect and share information smoothly throughout the pen test. Remember, a well-structured pre-engagement interaction sets the stage for a successful pen test. Once the stage is set, it's time for some intelligence gathering. This step is akin to a detective's work, where the goal is to collect as much information about the target system as possible. The more we know, the better prepared we are for subsequent steps. We use tools like HIs and ENS lookup for DNS enumeration. Whois gives us the who, what and where of a domain or IP address. It's like getting a peek behind the curtain, revealing the individuals or organizations linked to a domain, their contact details and more. Next, NS lookup comes into play. This tool helps us understand the DNS records of the target, which can provide valuable information about subdomains and IP addresses. Remember, every bit of information counts. Even the smallest detail can provide the key to understanding the target better. Intelligence gathering provides us with a roadmap to navigate the target system. With a roadmap in hand, next comes threat modeling. Now, what exactly is this? Threat modeling is a systematic approach where we identify, quantify, and address the security risks associated with a system. In simpler terms, it's like being a fortune teller, but for cybersecurity. We look into our crystal ball and try to predict all the potential threats that could harm our system. But the question is, how do we do this? Well, there are several tools available that aid in this process. One of the most popular ones is Microsoft's threat modeling tool. This tool helps in identifying security vulnerabilities, determining potential threats, and categorizing them based on their severity. It's like having a personal security advisor that guides you throughout the process. This step is crucial as it enables us to anticipate and prepare for potential threats. Remember, in the world of cybersecurity, being proactive is always better than being reactive. Threat modeling enables us to anticipate and prepare for potential threats. Anticipating threats isn't enough. We need to find the vulnerabilities. Let's dive into the fascinating world of vulnerability analysis. This process involves identifying, quantifying, and prioritizing the vulnerabilities in a system. It's like a meticulous treasure hunt, where the prize is the weak spots that could compromise the system's security. So how does one go about this? Well, there are a plethora of tools available for vulnerability scanning, each with its unique strengths. Two of the most widely used are Nessus and OpenVIS. Nessus, a proprietary tool, is known for its comprehensive database of vulnerabilities and regular updates. It can be envisioned as a detective with an extensive list of known suspects, constantly on the lookout for signs of their presence. It scans systems for these known vulnerabilities and provides detailed reports to help prioritize remediation efforts. On the other hand, OpenVS, an open-source tool, is more like a vigilant watchman. It continuously scans systems, looking out for any possible security weakness. It's particularly adept at identifying new, unknown vulnerabilities thanks to its dynamic testing capabilities. Both tools are instrumental in identifying vulnerabilities, but remember, they are just tools. They can provide you with a wealth of information, but it is up to you to analyze, interpret, and act on this information. It's also important to remember that vulnerability analysis is not a one-time task. As new vulnerabilities are discovered every day, regular scanning and analysis are vital to maintaining a secure system. Moreover, vulnerability analysis should not be conducted in isolation. It should be part of a bigger, comprehensive cybersecurity strategy. It's one piece of the puzzle that, when combined with threat modeling, penetration testing, and other security measures, can help create a robust fortress of security. In essence, vulnerability analysis is like finding the weak spots in a fortress. It allows us to reinforce these areas, making it harder for attackers to breach our defenses. It's a critical step in ensuring the security and integrity of our systems, and a fascinating field for any cybersecurity enthusiast to delve into. Vulnerability analysis is like finding the weak spots in a fortress. Now that we know the weak spots, we exploit them. Exploitation, the sixth stage of penetration testing, is where we take advantage of the vulnerabilities we've identified in the previous stage. This is the stage where we effectively put our hacker hat on and attempt to gain unauthorized access to the system. It's the turning point in our pen testing journey where we transition from passive observers to active intruders. But how do we do this? We use a variety of tools, each designed to exploit specific types of vulnerabilities. Two of the most popular tools in a pen tester's arsenal are Metasploit and Burp Suite. Metasploit, a penetration testing software, is a go-to for many cybersecurity professionals. It's a powerful tool that allows us to exploit known vulnerabilities in a system's network or software. With its vast library of exploit modules, Metasploit helps us to automate the process, making it efficient and less prone to human error. On the other hand, Burp Suite is a web application security testing tool. It's used to identify security issues in web-based applications. Burp Suite has a range of features, including an intruder tool, which automates customized attacks, and a repeater tool, which lets us modify and resend individual requests to analyze the responses. Remember, exploitation is not about wreaking havoc. It's about understanding the extent of the vulnerabilities, the potential damage they can cause, and how they can be leveraged by malicious attackers. We're not here to cause harm, but to prevent it. This stage is crucial because it's where we see the real-world consequences of the vulnerabilities we've identified. It's where the theoretical meets the practical, and we get a glimpse of what could happen if these vulnerabilities were exploited by someone with malicious intent. Exploitation is the stage where we breach the fortress. And in the next stage, we'll explore what we can do once we're inside, in the realm of post-exploitation. Breaching the fortress isn't the end. We need to secure it for the future. Once we've exploited vulnerabilities, we must maintain access for future evaluations. This could mean creating backdoors or using tools like Metasploit's Metasploit for persistent access. Yet we also need to clear our tracks to avoid detection. This is where tools like the Cleaner come in, helping to erase logs and evidences of our activities. Now comes a crucial part of the process: reporting. This isn't just a bureaucratic step, it's the tool we use to communicate our findings, to inform and educate the system's gatekeepers. Tools like Dradis and Faraday can be used to create comprehensive and clear reports, detailing the vulnerabilities found, the exploitation processes used, and the steps taken post-exploitation. Pentesting isn't just about finding and exploiting vulnerabilities, it's about securing systems for a safer future. Remember, the goal isn't to break in, but to build stronger fortresses.